Okay, so welcome to the Project Wizard, and that's located here. And so let me explain quickly what the idea behind the Project Wizard is. So there is a lot of information about woodworking. Um, you can spend quite a lot of time searching to get plans and tutorials and videos and different things that would help you with your project. Even right here on this site, on Woodworker's Treasure Chest, there's a ton of information that you need to know, or that you may need to know to get your project done successfully. The question is, how do you cut through all the information and get to what you really need for your project right now? In addition to that, it's very easy for as a woodworker to get all excited about a project and to begin and to dive in before understanding all the implications of all the choices that have to be made, all the decisions that have to be made. So, Project Wizard is a way of ensuring that we're not going to miss anything, that we from start to finish we've thought the project through, and it gives us a comprehensive project listing that we can then follow through and make sure, even like as a checklist, to make sure that we are doing the project in the way that will guarantee success. Okay, so with that said, let's continue. So the first thing that needs to be done is your project needs to get a name. We've just like preloaded this one here with the demonstration. And the next field is, let's just put table. I just want to come back to that later on. We're gonna call it just a table, and this keyword is going to help Project Wizard to help you to find suitable projects in its database that may be putting into what you want to do. The description is useful to you in that it helps you to think through and to document what your project is going to be about and what your objective really is going to be. So this here will be, we just put this for now. But you should take some time and think this through and put something down that's pertinent here. Clearly this is an indoor project, so you can choose whichever one is suitable. And these choices affect your choice of materials, obviously. Some materials work well outdoors, some don't. Your construction, type of construction, the joints, glue, uh, and even some of the tools that you're going to need. So again, this is an important selection to document. Now, what happens on this page is that Project Wizard goes away and looks in its database for anything called table and puts it up here as a suggestion to you. So clearly not all of these are going to be what we need, but so let's see, here's a harvest table, heirloom tables, uh, reading table, dining table. But what is interesting here as well is that all of these are actual hyperlinks to those projects. So if you're not sure about a particular one, you can just click on it and it will take you straight to that project. So you can take a look right there and decide whether this is something that's going to be suitable or it's relevant to what you're looking at. In the case of dining table, we can take a look there, and okay, and you can see pretty quickly whether this is one you want or you want to keep. So, but of the selections that you make, um, Project Wizard is going to remember them. So if I tag them as as projects that I want to be able to come back to. Let's take another one, side table. It's going to remember these selections. So let's continue. Okay, next choices in the type of material you're going to use. So uh, here are all the types of woods that possibly you can choose from, type of materials. And again, each one has its advantage and disadvantage, like we had mentioned earlier on. All right, here's a video on using plywood, and similarly for MDF. Let's say you chose teak, and again here is the page that gives you information on this type of material. So again, you make choices of the materials that you're going to use. Would Project Wizard will remember them and keep a track of these. Type of joinery. Again, all the type of joints are listed, and then you can choose from these which ones you want to use in your project. For example, what's a bird's mouth joint? All right, and here's more information on that, and there's a video about how a bird's mouth joint can be incorporated into a project. Okay, so let's suppose you've chose these: mortise and tenon, biscuit, floating tenon, pocket hole. So these are the types of joints, and then it leads us to, well, obviously the type of tools you're going to need. So what we've done here is we've loaded up some presets or some defaults that may apply to most projects, which will just kind of like save you having to select all of these yourself. But again, you can choose to uncheck or to add others to your listing if you need to. So let's see, layout square, hand plane, drill press. These may be others that you want to add. So you can add or subtract from this list. And again, each one has a link to that particular article, tutorial, plan, what have you, that you need to look at before making your choices. Okay, and then there's a finish, and this is sometimes the scary part for many woodworkers. And again, those choices that we made earlier on about indoor or outdoor workshop, all those choices come to play now, and so you need to just make your selection. So let's assume that we do something simple like a polyurethane finish. All right, for example, it's drying oil. Right, so there's an article on if you want to have use drying oil, what would be the issues and techniques in doing so. And then there are some other miscellaneous things that you're gonna need. You're gonna need sandpaper, paint sprayer, wood glue, safety glasses, all these other things. Again, we have preloaded some of these for you, but you can edit this list, and this list may actually grow in the future, so you'll automatically see new things coming up here in the future. So, and then at the end, Project Wizard is going to list your selections for you. So these are the selections that you've made for your tools, your final finish, and your additional items that you want to have. And then your final, you can actually go back and make changes, obviously. But once you're done, you can save the project. Alright, we're done. So now the next, where are my projects? So, well, they're under my projects, and let's leave Project Wizard. Okay, and here a list. Well, these are my projects. Okay, but at the end, at the bottom, you'll see the project that we just did, the table, and we have the option now to download a report for this project or edit the project. So let's try to edit. Okay, so this is a summary of all the choices that we had gone through in the wizard and the choices that we made. And even at this stage, we can still make additions. We can still look at, for example, what's snakewood. And so there's an article on the article on snakewood, and you can still edit these and make choices. So let's say we did add snakewood to our choices for some reason. Okay, and then you update or you cancel, as the case might be. And finally, you can now download the PDF of your project. So let's hit download, and so here's the project listing. A report is created for you. You have the description, the keyword, project name, etc. And here are all the selections that you made. Now, even in the PDF, if it's on your computer, these are all still hyperlinks. So if you clicked here, it will take you back to the site where you can go straight to the article and look at it, just in case you wanted to be reminded of what you looked at in the past. So that's pretty useful. And here are your selections, including snakewood, of the type of woods that you want to use, the type of joints you're going to use, the type of tools you need to have. Again, all of these are links again, and the final finish, polyurethane, and the drying oil that we did select, additional materials. And in conclusion, it's mentioned here that you can always return to the project wizard by clicking these links. Go to the project area here, and some notes on safety, which is always important in our business. Okay. So that's it. We think we've covered the project wizard. Of course, you can keep a track of your projects here, and you could delete them if you want afterwards, but there's no need. You could just keep the information here. So these were other tests that I'd done earlier on, obviously with more information in the description, which I encourage you to have. So that's the project wizard and the my projects section. I hope you can get some use out of this. It really took quite a lot of effort thinking this through and coming up with this system, and I hope it's going to give you another useful tool in your toolbox or in your own treasure chest.